The rose is delicate, widely known for its simplicity and its elegance. But don't get it twisted now. The rose can also be prickly to the touch. And even with this flaw, the rose is appreciated oh so very much. Like, I've broadened myself, I've stretched myself, I've moved through uncomfortability, I've expanded myself, I've done pop-up shops, and initially I was terrified. I've done pitched my business to a panel of people like I'm on Shark Tank or something. And won an award. I've Lord have mercy, started an online business and got sales. It might not been, the most, but I did it. I started. Yes, I have started and stopped. But I started, and I know I'm not done. I'm just taking time to fix my mindset and work on my energy. I've really stretched myself. I done been on a panel myself and spoken to a room full of people, talking in front of people on the mic. On the mic. I've grown a lot. I know that. God knows that. People close to me may or may not know that. But I know that I've grown, and it leads me to believing in self and having faith in the way God is moving me, no matter what that feels like, no matter what that looks like, and understanding that I may not be clear on the journey as far as the whole vision. Like, it's one thing to have a vision, God show you the vision, but it's a whole nother thing to move step by step of that vision, not knowing how it's gonna turn out. That's so uncomfortable, and moving through that is so it's so uncomfortable. But having faith, like true faith, that's a whole nother ball game. And on my journey now, I'm learning that, I'm experiencing that, I'm moving through that, having faith. What is faith? What does faith look like? Does faith look like anything? Is faith just a feeling? Like, I'm a person of questions, and it's just having faith is like, man, like, you don't know what the outcome gonna be. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know, you may not even know what the next step is. But whatever step-by-step vision that, God gives you, just moving with that, not knowing how that's gonna go, like, regardless of how you feel, I'll be like, ooh, God, You testing me now. You testing me right there. What? You want me to do that? What? Oh my God. Like you want me to do that, God? That's what you me? it's 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 like God be saying, what you scared for? What you what you what you pausing for? What you pausing for? What you hesitant about? Or more importantly, what you doubting? What are you doubting? Yourself? You doubting yourself? Cause let me be the one to tell you, I've doubted myself a many of times, a plethora of times. But now I'm in the point of my life where it's like, with everything that I know, I'm setting out to do, I don't have room for doubt. I don't have room for letting uncomfortability have me at a standstill. I don't have room for that. That's kind of how I'm feeling. God, like, either get with it or get off. Just follow the steps that I've given you, and it'll be all right. Faith, have faith. Have faith. What's the saying? Walk by faith, not by sight. You like, I've heard this saying my whole life. Y'all, and side note, I really don't know the point of this video, so I'm just Sarah should just press record and just talk to yourself. That's really what I'm doing, just talking to myself. But I've heard this saying my whole life, walk by faith, not by sight. And I'll be like, growing up, whatever, I'll be like, okay, walk by faith, not by sight, walk by faith, not by sight, But as I've gotten older and, of course, experienced way more life, and embarked this journey of following the vision that God has shown me, and it's just, oh my God, okay, this what you mean by walk by faith, not by sight. This ain't nothing to play with, cause woo. But yeah, so just I'm having a moment, y'all. Just bear with me. Bear with me. I may edit this part because I'm just having a moment. But yeah, so what does that faith look like? And ask yourself, what does faith look like to me? Ask yourself that, ask yourself, do I really have faith? Do I truly have faith? Like, if something doesn't go my way with the plan that I have, are you instantly thrown off your game? Are you instantly acting out on that emotion of frustration or sadness or anger? And don't get me wrong, it's okay to feel how you feel. We done talked about that. Feel how you feel, but process how you feel. Don't bury it. Process how you feel. And processing how you feel, in my opinion, for me anyway, like I always say, take what resonates, leave it on. Going within yourself, feeling the feeling in your body, breathing, feeling that, process how you feel, and keep moving. Keep moving. And I'm talking to myself as I say that. Keep moving. But yeah, faith is like, ask yourself, do I really have faith? Do I truly have faith? Do I really believe to my core? To my core. Is it a core belief in my brain, in my consciousness, in my mind, that no matter what is thrown my way, no matter what happens, no matter what I've attracted, do I have faith that God always got my back? And of course, typically your first reaction is to say, oh, I know God always got my back. Yeah, and that's true. Very true. But do you believe it? Because I'm learning you really believe it when something happen in life and you don't even let it jack you up. You know what I'm saying? You don't even let it shake you up. You don't let it knock you off. You know, because you have that belief. Okay, this happened, that happened. But I know God got me, so I'm straight. No matter what happened. And it's having that belief in the toughest moments. In the toughest moments. In the toughest tests. Having that belief. I know this feels heavy. This feels like a lot. This feels like, oh my God. Why me? You want to ask that? Why me? Like, why it seem like every time I take 3 steps forward, I get knocked 2 steps back, or 1 step forward, not 3 steps back, all that. Like, instead, try asking God, what are you showing me? God, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? Reveal to me what you're showing me. Reveal to me what you want me to know in this moment. Reveal to me what you want me to understand in this moment. Belief. And that's what I feel having faith truly is. You know? And some of you may know that, of course. And some of you, may think to yourself, dang, because I have. Come on now, ain't nobody perfect. We all living this life. Nothing but a journey of tests for you to elevate. That's it. That's it. So, yeah, like, ask yourself, do I really have faith? Do I really believe in myself? You know? Yeah. And I think it's important that we begin to ask ourselves the hard questions, the things that we afraid to ask ourselves, the things that we run from, because within that, as I'm learning, within that, that's how you release and discover or remember who you truly are. And I really think that's where that phrase, remember who you are, comes from. And if your mind went to Lion King, yep, we here. But yeah, I really believe that's where that phrase comes from, is remember who you are. Like, when something happens that throws you off, remember who you are. And then it's like you gotta discover who you are as well. Cause for a long time, people don't know who they are. Speaking from experience here, you know? And once you truly start to get on that journey of discovering who you truly are, it's trying. Don't get me wrong. It's trying. It's very trying. But I can most definitely say I have faith that God is with me on this journey. I know it. I know it. I see the signs every day. I feel the signs every day. I feel it every day. Especially since I do not go a day without involving God in my day. Not anymore, anyway. Of course I used to, yes. But not anymore. And it's so funny because now I feel like I don't even want to go a day without, acknowledging God, talking to God, praying to God, feeling God's love, Like, I don't even want to go a day without that, honey. But, yeah, and just, yeah, it's... Anyway, ask yourself that. Ask yourself. Sit with yourself. Ask yourself those hard questions. Why do I feel the way that I feel? Why? Like, talk to God. Ask God why. Don't be... And that's my thing. Don't be afraid to ask God why. Do not. Do not. If anything, I feel like God wants us to ask why. My opinion. Because for me, I strive for communication with God. I strive for conversations, with God. Relationship. True relationship. And not just an outside world relationship. Like a relationship within with God. Because, first ye seek the kingdom within. And, but yeah. So, this is completely not what I intended to record today. So, I guess I'll save that maybe for another video. But as I began to just center myself before, I pressed record, some was just like, press record and just talk, just flow with how I'm feeling right now, flow with what's coming to me right now, not what I planned out to, speak about. And that's what I'm doing. So if it sounds all over the place, which I think a lot of my videos sound all over the place, but yeah, if it sounds all over the place, don't mind, just flow with it, just flow. Yes, having faith, I feel, is about just flowing with what comes, and I know sometimes that can be, or it can seem or appear like the most difficult thing to do, but it's I'm seeing that it's the most peaceful thing to do. It's what is called the path of least resistance. Just flowing. It just feels, when you decide and choose to just flow, it's just like a breath of fresh air. It's like, you know what, God, you got it. Instead of trying to control and dictate the situation, because in that essence, that's really not having faith. When you're trying to dictate and control the situation. That's not having faith. And I know that firsthand because I was that way. And hell, sometimes I'm still that way. Sometimes I'm still that way. It's a practice. It's like, okay, God, we here, you know. Yeah. But just flowing with it. What is be water? Be water. And honestly, that's healthy for our bodies anyway. It's healthy for our bodies to just flow. Cause when we just, oh my God, this not working out. Let me do this. Let me do this. Now I ain't saying don't take action, but take action with the flow of things. Not you trying to manipulate the situation to how you want it to go. Yeah. Cause 9 times out of 10, how often do that really work? Like longevity wise, how often do they really work? Because speaking from my experience with my business, Earth Galore, you know, God gave me the vision in a dream. And instead of allowing God to just order my steps within that, I just said, ooh, I got my purpose. One of them anyway. Got my purpose. I just started dictating my moves. Now, granted, I've accomplished some things with my business. Definitely have. I've pushed myself. I've expanded myself. And I feel within that, God showed me what can be. So it's almost, I took it like God was like, okay, you ain't listening, but I'm going to show you what I can do. So, you know, I had my wins in my business. I've had my wins. No matter how small or big they may look to people, whatever, whoever, however, baby, God know. Okay. But I've had my wins. And like I said, God was like, okay, I can show you what, you know, can be. But at the end of the day, you still not flowing with the vision that I gave you. You're not listening. You're not aligning with my vision as in God. You're not aligning with the vision. You moving how you want to move. That's why you start and then you stop and you start back up and then you stop. But now, like I said, get my mindset, my heart, my energy, you know, tapping in and aligning, shifting myself. And walking by faith. And walking by faith. No matter what that looks like. It may feel slow sometimes, like, oh God, okay. But nope. God, take your time with me. Take your time. You know? And God has my whole life. But yeah, that's what that was. I kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah. So, yeah.